everybody. We on the break. He'll keep going. Turn it down. He's going to keep going.
It's up to you.
All right.
Michael Jackson. Drop one of the clues bombs for Michael Jackson.
Happy birthday, Michael
Jackson. Yeah, I don't believe he touched not nail little boy. That's me.
This is too much.
Just Charlamagne the God talking now.
All right.
And Charlamagne, just not today.
Well, let's get in some front page news. Hey, good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. Okay, look.
All right. Okay, Morgan.
All right, y'all know, but seriously, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg, he is admitting that the Biden administration pressured Facebook to censor Americans. He made the comments in a letter sent to the House Judiciary Committee earlier this week. That was on Monday. He said the administration leaned on the social media company to censor COVID-19 content and also acknowledged that it was wrong to block the coverage of Hunter Biden's infamous laptop. In the letter to the House Judiciary Committee Chairman, Representative Jim Jordan, Zuckerberg wrote that senior Biden administration officials, including the White House, repeatedly pressured Meta to censor content related to coronavirus pandemic in 2021. And he said he regrets complying with certain demands. Now, Zuckerberg assured Jordan that Meta had put policies in place to ensure that similar censorship of stories does not happen again.
Yeah, I heard about that earlier this week. I think we talked about it a little bit this week.
We did, but it's still trending strong. Like, it's still trending on Twitter as if it just came out yesterday. People are really they feel a way about this.
I mean, listen, I'm not for censorship. I'm not for censorship at all, but it is nuanced, right? Because I'm also not for the spread of misinformation.
Misinformation,
especially
correct.
in the case of COVID. You know, when that misinformation is causing millions of people to die. But I'm not for government overreach. You know, asking Meta to censor certain content, I don't like that. That's not freedom. It's not freedom of speech. But if the administration was reaching out to say a lot of the things that are on Meta aren't accurate and it's causing people to do things that are hurting themselves or others, then I can understand them asking Mark to monitor certain content, but not to censor it.
All right. So speaking of political things going on, Kamala Harris is under Republican scrutiny for including her VP pick in her first interview since announcing her run for president. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who was also served in the Trump administration, claims Democrats think Harris can't handle a one-on-one interview. Let's hear more from Huckabee Sanders.
It's clear that her own team and her own party think she needs a babysitter, and that's why they're putting her vice presidential nominee on the stage with her so that he can step in and answer questions. And they know that Kamala Harris can't get through an interview all by herself.
Yeah, so Republicans also question why the interview needs to be pre-taped. Harris and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz are set to sit with CNN tonight.
I can't wait to watch. And with Dana Bash.
9 p.m.
I totally disagree with whoever that was talking, man, because, you know, this isn't a traditional campaign because of the short window she has. Like, she has to go out there and leave, you know, no stone unturned. But it's like, yo, this is her first interview. Why not do it with her vice president when you only got, 68 days left?
That a lot of people might not know.
Exactly.
That they're just finding out about.
Absolutely.
So it does make sense.
All eyeballs going to be on them. Let them see that package the first time. I don't see a problem.
Wait, that comes on at 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock.
So I got to stay up again today?
Yep.
You'll be sober by then.
Hopefully. She might keep going.
Unless you got something to do after the show.
No,
you got a brunch.
No. A brunch?
Okay.
All right. Well, that is
Somebody
front page
taking me to brunch?
news.
No, girl. I think you want to take your ass home.
I thought y'all wanted to take me to brunch.
No.
Okay, all right.
Sorry, Morgan. She's a little twisted this morning. She went out last night, so she's a little...
It's all good. We'll talk more on the next hour.
Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. And let's get back in some front page news. What up, Morgan?
Yeah, let's do it. So Republican vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance, now he says prices for everyday goods will continue to rise if Kamala Harris is elected president in November. The Ohio senator made the comments while speaking in Erie, Pennsylvania, and said that Harris's policies on electric vehicles will create higher costs that will impact Americans in many different areas of their lives. And he accused the VP of mimicking Trump's policies. So, of course, this comes after the Supreme Court ruled last month that Trump is entitled to immunity from criminal prosecution from official acts in office. What were you going to say, Charlamagne?
I was going to say about the copycat campaign thing. I mean, if the issues are the issues, right? Like if the issues are the economy, if the issues are the border, like wouldn't both of them be talking about similar things?
Yes.
How is that copycat issues? Like all I want as an American is to have more money in my pocket and to feel safe.
Right.
Wouldn't they both be talking about those things?
And it should be bipartisan. It should be, for the people, Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Speaking of
the border ain't gonna get fixed unless it's a bipartisan, situation. So
a lot of things won't. And student loans are one of them. If you sign for the SAVE student loan forgiveness program, listen up. The Supreme Court is declining to reinstate the Biden administration's effort to attempt to cancel student debt for millions of Americans. The high court said no to a request from the Justice Department to lift an order from an appeals court that blocked the SAVE plan. Now, the court added it expects the Court of Appeals to render its decision in a timely manner. The Department of Education paused any loan payments for borrowers enrolled in the program earlier this month, but expect that those payments will resurface. Yes, they're coming back. And a new report is detailing the rationale for paying reparations to Black Americans living in Los Angeles. The LA Civil and Human Rights and Equity Department and its Reparations Advisory Commission released the report on Tuesday. Now, it provides historical and contemporary context for the harm faced by LA's Black population due to systemic racism and oppression stemming from America's early years of slavery. The report also acts as a guide for lawmakers to come to a final decision about future reparations. I like that, right? We want to see those
I left LA too soon.
You said LA moving fast?
No,
she
I
left LA too soon.
Oh, you left too soon.
I was like, now I'm here.
Well, speaking about being there, meanwhile in New York, New York is marking a milestone in a few different things. It's crackdown in illegal marijuana shops. Mayor Adams said since Operation Padlock began 4 months ago, a multi-agency task force has shut down more than 1,000 unlicensed shops. Let's hear from Mayor Adams on the cannabis crackdown. He's specifically talking about selling cannabis illegally, but just for the record, cannabis is legal in New York, correct?
It is.
Yeah.
And what I don't understand is, man, if you're going to take the time and the energy to open up an illegal store and, go get this illegal product to sell out of this store, why not take that time and energy into really just trying to go out there and get your license?
Sometimes it's the money, too.
It's the money.
And
it takes a lot of money.
Sure, but why spend all that time and energy doing something illegal that you know is going to just get you arrested when you can just at least give yourself a legal shot to do it? If you can spend all that time and energy going through that process, setting up an illegal shop and all of that, do that into getting a license.
Not as easy for some people.
I think you know how difficult it is to get a license, and how you definitely know how expensive it is to get a license. I mean, it takes over hundreds of $1,000s to get a license and get a store. And most of these brothers don't have nowhere near that.
Sure.
So it's not like they could just say, you know what, I'm going to file for a license
and then
to get
a lot
it,
of times too, it's
Sure.
a boys club. Like sometimes it's about who you know, depending on the process of your license.
Sure, but
New
why
York, New Jersey like
take all that? Why spend all that time and energy setting up something illegal? That's just going to cost you on the back end.
I understand.
You know why it's going to cost you on the
not
back
that
end? Because it's going to cost you money with a lawyer. Once your ass get locked up, it's going to cost you time when they throw your ass in jail. Like it's just more expensive to do the wrong thing.
And you know what? I went to a cannabis convention in LA, and there were people there telling people to stay black market because of the way that the government is taxing on.
And that's another thing. It's more
cannabis.
expensive.
Like it's a lot to it.
Yeah, the amount of prices for pounds have went up because the government is taxing so high. So it shouldn't be do it the right way. It should be like, maybe that's not the business for you, because a lot of people can't get into that business because it's too expensive and you're not.
But it is the business for you if you can do it the right way. If you can afford to do it the right way, do it the right way.
Can I borrow some money to do it the right way?
And then if you spend the money, there's no guarantee that you can get it. You can spend $100,000 and not get your license.
That's right.
Right. Yes,
So-
I know.
I just want y'all to know we got a dispensary opening up in Newark, New Jersey. It's called Hastoria, 799 Broad Street. You know what I mean? Salute to the good brother Raekwon, the chef. Salute to Bakari Sellers. My man Jed, my man Josh. We'll be open this year.
There you go.
Shout out the Bricks. I got family out there. What's up? All right.
Well, that is
so
front page news. Thank you, Morgan.
Thank you. Yeah, follow me on social at Morgan Media. And for more news coverage, make sure you check out the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
All right. Everybody else, when we come back, T-Boz from TLC will be joining us. We're going to be kicking it with T-Boz, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.